This week on the internet, the search will talk about all the topics we missed during the week. And first up, we have Spotify increasing their subscription cost. Don't you just love it when they make the cost go higher for no reason? I love it. It's great. There's nothing bad about it at all. So yeah, Spotify is getting more expensive. The individual plan is going from $10.99 to $11.99, and the family plan is going from $16.99 to $19.99. And yes, just like all of you, I am not a fan of this. I don't want to pay more for Spotify. Now, these price increases specifically are for the US, because everywhere else has already gotten their price increase. We were due for the price increase as well. They just put it off a little bit longer for some reason, and this price hike is happening in June. So this month, which is unfortunate, but lucky for Spotify, there's not many alternatives. Like, I could use Apple Music, but then Apple Music will suck on my computer. So what's the point of using Apple Music? Or I could use YouTube or Google Music, whatever it's called now, but then Google might just decide to shut it down. So Spotify really is the only option left for me. So yeah, it's annoying, but what are you gonna do? And next up, we have the police Cybertruck, and this thing is stupid. It's dumb. I just hate it. Like, electric vehicles are already not a great fit for a police car because they have to go long range and run like the whole day. So it already doesn't make much sense from that standpoint. And I'm not even an electric car hater. I like them. It's just the Cybertruck is probably the stupidest one you could have picked. Its range is terrible, and it's not even that fast compared to other electric cars. It's just really dumb, and this is a waste of my tax money. And next up, we have Arcane returning in November. Now, if you haven't seen Arcane is great. I highly recommend it. It's an animated show based off the League of Legends universe, which I know just off-putted like half of you, but don't worry. It's not like League of Legends. It's good. Riot Games is really good at writing stories, which is why it kind of sucks that League is the way it is, because the stories, the characters are great. It's just League of Legends. And I really don't want to play that. Everyone who plays that game on a regular basis has a deep pain hidden within their soul. But the show's good. I highly recommend it. I'm sure there's various places you can watch it. Some of those places are probably even free. So have fun. And next up, we have the USPS ranking dog attacks based on their cities. So as you probably know, people who deliver your mail have to deal with dogs sometimes. It's kind of a trope of media that the mailman gets bit by a dog. Like, mail delivery people have to run away from dogs way too often. Their job already kind of sucks. So it'd be cool if you just, like, leashed your dog or something. But they released the ranks of the most dog attacks. And it's actually not what you would expect. The top 5 are Los Angeles, California, Houston, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, St. Louis, Missouri, and Cleveland, Ohio. And it's weird because you would kind of expect these ranks to line up with how many people live in the city. People in Cleveland, Ohio just can't leash their dogs. The same goes for St. Louis and Chicago. Honestly, the only two that make sense to be this high up are LA and Houston. And if you go state by state, it's worse for Ohio. Ohio ranks 3rd on the amount of dog bite incidents in the country. Why? Their population is nowhere near 3rd in the country. Bro, people in Ohio, leash your dogs. What are you guys doing? You have like 10 people who live there. And next up, we have the PSVR2 getting PC support, which is very good for this headset. This is a very good bang for your buck VR headset. Now, it coming to PC does have some caveats, unfortunately. One of the best features of the PSVR2 is eye tracking. If you've never seen it before, basically there's like little trackers in the headset, and it tracks your eye movement. It'll show your eyes moving around in your headset and show other people where you're looking, which is cool. And on top of that, you can also use this technology to optimize the rendering of VR to make the game perform and look a lot better, because the eye trackers will track where your eyes move and make where you're looking look HD, and everything around where you're looking is blurry, but you can't tell because you're not looking over there. It's very cool tech, and you won't be able to use it on PC. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there at Sony. I imagine all they would have to do is make software to make it supported, but they have not done that. I don't know if it's like really difficult. Maybe there's some hardware in the PS5 that does the eye tracking and that's why they can't do it. I don't know. Either way, the removal of the eye tracking feature makes this headset go from must buy to, I don't know, you should probably just wait. That was one of the best features of this headset, so pretty unfortunate. And also in Sony news, we have Concord. Now, you might have seen this before. It's a team shooter that's coming out very soon. And when I first saw this gameplay, I thought it was free to play, okay? I thought this was just a free to play hero shooter, and it was probably gonna do okay. But recently I found out that no, it is not free to play. It is $40 for the standard edition and $60 for the deluxe edition. And this is so incredibly stupid. This game came off as a live service the second they started talking about it. Making it have an upfront cost is really, really silly, especially when there's so much competition now. This is pretty dumb. I just don't see this game doing well at all because it kind of already looks whatever. It's a mad looking game. And now it costs money up front. I just don't think this game's gonna do well, which is unfortunate because it looks like they put a lot of time into it, but like it just doesn't look that great. And now you gotta pay for it up front. And next up, Twitch is introducing a program for DJs to stream copyrighted music. So basically this is like a special program for DJs to be able to do DJ stuff live on Twitch. And if you want to join this program, you have to sign a contract not allowing you to have VODs, which may or may not be a big deal depending on the person. And DJ streamers will be locked to a 50-50 split to help pay for the licensing for the music, which I think is fair. And Twitch will also subsidize it for 1 year to help with the transition so music companies can make money. This is a good idea. In general, I always thought it was kind of weird how music companies clamp down on streamers sharing their music, because if you're watching a live stream and someone's listening to a song, if they like it, they're going to ask what that song is. If you've ever streamed at all, this is what happens. So, as a streamer, you can either ignore everyone who asked, put the song on screen, or tell people who asked. And I think most people end up just putting the song on screen or telling people who asked. My point is, I think music labels only benefit from streamers listening to their music. Now on YouTube, that's not really the case. If a YouTuber uses a copyrighted song, they're not likely to tell you what it is, or post in the description, or answer comments about it. That's just kind of how it is and how it's been. And I mean, generally speaking, YouTubers don't use copyrighted music because copyright claims. But yeah, I never understood why music labels were so against streamers listening to their music. It always seemed like a no-brainer to me. It's just free promotion. Like, there's a reason Not Like Us did not have copyright. It's because it made the song huge. But yeah, this program is overall good. I just think music labels should get over themselves a little bit. They're not as important as they think they are anymore. And next up, we have Rainbow Six Siege getting a subscription. This is horrible. I just heard about this and I felt bad for anyone who still plays it because this sucks. So it's a monthly battle pass subscription that costs $10 a month. And this is kind of screwed up because this game is already struggling. So all the people that are still playing it are the diehards that just really like the game. So Ubisoft is screwing over the most dedicated players by giving them this terrible battle pass. I think it's really dumb for Ubisoft to punish the players that are left on the servers because yeah, Rainbow Six Siege was once really popular, but it's not anymore. And this is not gonna make it more popular. You think new players are gonna like the idea of a subscription battle pass? No! So yeah, this is a pretty dirty move from Ubisoft because all they're doing is punishing the people that are left playing and basically killing the game in the process, because no new player is gonna like the idea of a monthly battle pass subscription. And Rainbow Six Siege is not good enough to justify a monthly battle pass subscription. The game's okay, but it's nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm sorry to anyone who still plays Rainbow Six Siege. Your game is being ruined by Ubisoft, but that's not really a surprise. They kind of ruin everything. And next up, YouTuber Alex Choi faces felony charges for shooting fireworks from a helicopter at a Lamborghini. Now, there was a lot wrong with this. First of all, he didn't have a permit, and California loves their permits. Fireworks are also not legal in California, and there was no paramedics or fire department on site. Basically everything you could do wrong, Alex Choi did wrong. And this is obviously a pretty dangerous stunt. Helicopters themselves are really dangerous, so it makes sense why California would want permits and all that. But currently Alex Choi faces up to 10 years in prison, which is not a surprise because as I said, there's a reason that these are laws. And also to be clear, all these charges are alleged. Even though we have video evidence, legally speaking, it is alleged. Because who knows, the video evidence might be different once the jury sees it. But realistically, he probably won't go to jail for this because no one was hurt. Now, if people were hurt and it could have been easily prevented by having paramedics on site, yeah, that would have been really bad. That probably would have resulted in some prison time at the very least, but no one was hurt, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And next up, we have Roaring Kitty, the GameStop mastermind, now being worth a bunch of money. I was gonna say like a number, like 100 million or 200 million or whatever, but it keeps changing because GameStop's value keeps changing. Basically, he owns a bunch of GameStop stock, and it is now worth a bunch of money. That's pretty much it. The GameStop guy's worth like $1 billion or something. And next up, we have hashtag Save TF2. TF2 has had a bot problem for the longest time. I honestly could not tell you when it started. It's been multiple years. The casual servers are unplayable. You join a server, bots will join the server, and they will headshot literally everybody in the game. And this has been an ongoing issue for years. And the TF2 community really wants it fixed. And I get that, especially since the bots have also escalated and started doing things that are like illegal and also just horrible. So I get why TF2 players want the bots gone. The problem is, guys, the source code was leaked. The bots probably are not going away anytime soon. TF2 is one of the first shooters I ever played. I really like TF2. I have 1,000 hours in the game, and I've accepted that the game is not gonna be what it was. Let's just let it go, okay? I don't know why everyone's so hung up on casual servers. You can play on custom servers and they work fine. They're usually better anyways. If you're worried about new players getting into the game, I'm sorry, there's not gonna be many new players getting into the game. It came out in 2007. But since Valve has not done anything about the botting, the game has been review bombed and is now the most negatively reviewed game on Steam, at least as of recent. It has like 1 million positive reviews over the course of its life, but recently 50,000 negative. And as I said, I get why people are upset, but I think it's time to move on. And I know that Valve also teased DLC and then never released anything. They shouldn't have done that, I agree, but like the game's coming up on 20 years old. Let's just let the official servers die. The community servers are better anyways. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe down below. Follow me on Twitter at spatnz1 and then click the answer down, check out more of my content, and have a good one.